I think that I have done the best that I can with an intellect that is mediocre at best. At best. I think that I feel like I have to run in order to keep up with people who are walking at a comfortable pace. I really believe that my unconventional early education has caused problems for me that I still struggle with, and I probably always will. For this reason, I'll probably never be on the level of some of the people that I admire, but I still press on. Working with inadequate tools, you might say. I'm trying to dig a tunnel with a hammer and a wrench, but I still try and fail frequently. But I've never allowed that to be an excuse to stop. I truly do want to understand things. That doesn't mean I necessarily have the capacity to understand things, but I really do want to. I am curious about the world. I'm curious about the way people think. I'm curious about the experiences of other people other than me, people who are different from me. I am interested in how they view the world, even if I don't necessarily agree with it. I still want to know. I have a couple of, you might say, principles that I have kept with me, that things that I try to remember that have served me fairly well. Maybe, I mean, I could be totally wrong about that. Maybe they're handicaps, but at least I feel like they have served me well. The first one is it's not that simple. That's something that can be pretty broadly applied. It's not that simple. Anytime something appears to be simple, it probably isn't. Every time somebody tries to, deliver to me a simple truth that I merely have to accept, once I look at it, once I start to pick it apart, it's almost never simple. And so, I have a tendency maybe to overcomplicate something. But I think I'd rather be guilty of overcomplicating than oversimplifying. I think that a lot is lost in simplifying. I think Albert Einstein had a quote that you should make things as simple as possible, but no simpler. It means that there is a limit on how much you can simplify something and still retain, its meaning, and still apply it, to other areas where it needs to apply, and have it, translate. So I keep that in mind. It's not that simple, and for the most part, on almost every subject, that's true. If you think it's simple, it isn't. The other one is, anything is exactly as good or as bad as it actually is. Whenever I am bombarded with the latest thing that is being blamed for all the evils in the world, whenever I see scapegoating and demonizing it has become a habit to stop and step back and proceed with caution and look carefully at it before I go along with declaring something as a great cause of evil. To attribute evil, to blame someone who hasn't earned that blame, is unjust. And I don't want to be an instrument of injustice. Call it a personal preference. But I try to avoid jumping on those bandwagons. Anyway, those are things. I don't know what the purpose of this is. maybe it has no purpose. But when I see people make statements about religion or atheism or any particular religion or any political ideology or political candidate, those are the thoughts. That's the way my mind instinctively starts to break those down. I mean, yeah, I don't know. This video has no purpose, and yet I'm gonna upload it anyway. Because why the hell not? Don't watch this. Don't watch it.